Hello children, welcome to your science class. Today we are going to start with chapter 11, Solar System. You have learned many new things about stars and planets and sun in the chapter Observing the Sky. And during this time, we hope that you have minutely observed the sky in this passage. And now let's extend our adventurous journey to the next level. Well, in the space above Earth, that is universe, various heavenly bodies are present, which include galaxies, sun, planets, satellites, moon, comets, shooting stars, and some space debris. Have you ever thought of visiting such place like a space? And then, before we know more about space, let's know the learning outcomes of this chapter. At the end of this video lesson, you'll be able to define the term orbit, revolution, rotation, solar system, planetoids. Also, you'll be able to identify the features of all planets of solar system, then describe the reasons which make Earth a special planet, distinguish between inner planets and outer planets. Okay, the universe contains billions of galaxies, right? And each galaxy can contain millions and billions of stars. And the space between stars and galaxy is largely empty. So there is empty space throughout the space. And one such galaxy in the universe is Milky Way galaxy. And this is Milky Way galaxy. Our neighbor galaxy is Andromeda galaxy. Somewhere in between this Milky Way galaxy lies our Earth. And the Milky Way is spiral in shape, right? And how can we say that it is spiral in shape? Well, if we are on one end of the galaxy, we can see the other end of the galaxy. We can see the other arm of the galaxy. In this way, we can say that the Milky Way galaxy is spiral in shape. So, if this is Milky Way galaxy, this tiny dot is our solar system. Now, what is solar system? See, the family of Sun and 8 planets constitute the solar system. Our Earth, on which we live, is one such planet. Now, let's meet the family of Sun. Firstly, we'll meet Sun. Okay. The Sun is the central part of the solar system. Okay, and all the planets are revolving around Sun. So Sun is the central part of the solar system. It is a huge sphere of very hot gases. As I told you earlier that Sun is a star, so many gases burn in the core to produce heat and light. Also, Sun is a luminous body because it gives its own heat and light. And to surprise you, Sun is 109 times bigger than that of Earth. And Sun is a huge source of energy and light for all on this planet and other planets also. It is the Sun's light and heat which we are getting on all the planets. And the energy in the form of heat and light which we get is called as solar energy. And Sun is essential, like it is important for the growth and maintenance of all life forms on Earth, like whether it is humans or animals or plants, they depend directly or indirectly for food on Earth. Okay, and they depend directly on the sun also, because plants are using the sunlight to prepare food, right, by the process of photosynthesis. Then directly the herbivorous animals are eating that food, and then indirectly this carnivorous animals are also dependent on plants, because they are eating herbivorous animals and then herbivorous animals are eating plants. Also, human beings are dependent directly on the plants. right? So each one of us is directly or indirectly dependent on sun's light for food. Now, if we get so much of sun's light, how can we use this sunlight? Well, see, it is the most eco-friendly form of energy, and we use solar energy in solar cookers. This is solar cooker, solar geysers, solar cells, solar calculators, solar wristwatches, and man-made satellites, space vehicles. There are solar cars, and nowadays we have got solar street lamps. So in this way, this most eco-friendly form of energy is used in different ways. In the earlier times, people used to worship sun because it was thought to be the major source of energy. So people used to worship the sun. All the ancient forms of civilization like Greece or Romans or Indians or Egyptians, they used to worship sun. Now let's come to the next part, that is planets. So this is our solar system. See, the sun is in the center and all the planets are revolving around sun in their fixed path or called the orbit. Okay, so there are 8 planets in the solar system and almost all the celestial bodies are spherical in shape. Spherical means they are just like a ball. Okay, so they are spherical in shape and they move around sun. This movement around sun is called as revolution, and each planet has got its own fixed path. Okay, and that shape of that path means the place from where the uh, planets are moving. So it is in the form of elliptical. Okay, it is like an ellipse, so it is elliptical in shape, and so we say that the orbits of the planets is elliptical. So if we arrange all our planets, our 8 planets, in the increasing order of distance, that which planet is nearer and which is farther, so if we arrange them from the sun, first comes Mercury, then Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. Okay, and this is a very easy way to learn the sequence of planets. We learn it like this, that my very educated mother just served us nachos or noodles, right? So M stands for Mercury, V for Venus, E for Earth, M for Mars, J for Jupiter, S for Saturn, U for Uranus, and N for nachos or noodles. You can learn this sentence and you will always write the planets of the solar system in the same pattern. Let's go and visit Mercury. Now Mercury is also called as Budh. The main characteristics of Mercury are: number 1, it is closest to the sun. Okay. Second, it is dry, hot, and almost airless planet. Airless means there is no atmosphere like there is on the earth, because it is nearest to the sun, and that is why no type of atmosphere is also possible here. The heat of the sun is so much that any type of gas is going to get evaporated from here, and the side facing the sun receives heat and light and becomes very hot. The opposite side is comparatively cold. The side which is facing the sun will be hot, okay, and the other one will be comparatively cold. And remember, it is the smallest planet amongst all the planets. Now coming to second, which is Venus. Venus is the second planet of our solar system, right? And Venus is also the sisterly planet of Earth, because we say its size is just similar to the Earth, so it is our sister planet. Okay. In comparison to Mercury, Venus is bigger. Look here, if this is Mercury, this is Venus. Okay, follow the arrow. This is Mercury and this is Venus. And In comparison to Mercury, Venus is getting almost all the light of the sun, direct heat and light of the sun. And because Venus is getting the heat and the light from the sun directly, it is the brightest and the hottest planet. Okay. This planet Venus has got no moons or no rings. Okay. So this Venus planet has got a thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide and sulfuric gases, which helps it to maintain the greenhouse effect. We learned it in the earlier chapters that because of greenhouse effect, the gases get trapped inside and make the planet Earth warm. Similarly, this thick atmosphere of carbon dioxide helps the Venus planet to trap all the gases. Carbon dioxide traps the heat of the sun and makes the planet Venus very much hot, and then because it is hot, it becomes the brightest planet. Okay. Now coming to our planet, that is Earth. Earth is also called as Prithvi. So in the sequence, our planet Earth is third in number. Look and follow the arrow. This is Mercury, this is Venus, and our planet. This is the blue planet, which is Earth. So ours is the third planet of the solar system. And when we look at outside from the space, it will look as a spherical ball of blue and green color. Why of blue and green color? Because Earth has got 75% water and only 25% is land. Okay, so when we look at the Earth from above, okay, then the sunlight which falls on the Earth, it is reflected back from the water and the land mass, and when the sunlight is reflected back from the water, it appears to be blue in color. So that is why Earth is also called as blue planet. Let's know more about Earth. That Earth, when it is revolving around Sun, it follows two types of motion. We have done this in that chapter Observing the Sky, but we'll do it here again. That Earth is rotation, is rotating and also revolving around the Sun. It is rotating on its own axis and also revolving around the Sun. When it is rotating, that one rotation takes 24 hours, and when it is revolving around the Sun, it takes 365 1/4 days to complete one revolution. There is one more thing you need to learn about Earth, that on the Earth, when the side which on which the sunlight falls, this side it is day, and the side on which the sunlight is not falling, that other side has got night. And then on the Earth there are different seasons which are there. Seasons like from the spring comes summer, and then rainy and autumn and winter, and similarly followed by spring. This cycle of season keeps on moving, and this is because you see, this is because when the Earth is moving around the Sun, right, so it causes, as it is moving around the Sun, the seasons are also caused due to the tilt of the Earth. Okay. And like, have you ever thought why only on Earth life is there? Because on Earth there are three things which are most important and absolutely conducive, absolutely correct for the life to be there. Those are: number one, presence of atmosphere. We have got ozone layer around our Earth, right? And there is an atmosphere around the Earth. There is presence of water on the Earth, and then there is Earth has got exact distance from the Sun, right size and right distance from the Sun, so that we get just the right amount of solar energy. If Earth would have been nearer to Sun, we would have got more sunlight, and then again life would not have been possible. If we have been far from this place, on our orbit, then again we would be getting less amount of sunlight, and then again life would not be possible on Earth. So these are the three important things you need to learn, that life is possible on Earth because of atmosphere, presence of liquid, and right size and right distance from the sun. Now let's move to our fourth red planet, that is Mars. Mars is also known as Mangal, and it is the fourth planet of our system. It is almost half the size of the Earth, and very less like thin atmosphere is there on Mars. Mars appears red because the iron minerals are there in the soil of Mars, and they have rusted, and now the atmosphere also makes it look red. So Mars is red in color. Remember, Earth is blue in color and Mars is red in color, and Mars is fourth planet. Now these four planets, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, these four planets are called as inner planets, okay, or terrestrial planets, because their land is made up either of some metal, or they are made of some rocks or stones, etc. Okay, so these are the terrestrial planets or the inner planets. After, in the sequence of these four planets, there is a belt, okay, belt of rocks and stones, and very small planets, very tiny planet like things. So this form these tiny dot things, they form the asteroid belt, okay. And in between the planet Mars and Jupiter, these small number of planets are called as asteroids or planetoids, and thus this belt is called as asteroid belt. Okay, so after four planets, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth and Mars, comes the asteroid belt. And after asteroid belt, there is a set of next four planets, and the first one comes Jupiter. Now Jupiter is fifth in the solar system. It is the largest of all the planets. It is a very big planet, and it is almost 11 times the size of Earth, right? And 318 times mass. Just imagine the size. Earth is this much small, and 11 times Earth is Jupiter. Just have a look now here. If this is Earth, then this is Jupiter. Now you can imagine the size of Earth, which is just looking like a 25 paisa coin, and what is the size of Jupiter, right? So this much big is Jupiter planet. And now next is Saturn. Saturn is a very beautiful planet. This planet has got rings around it, okay, and it is the sixth planet, but it is the second largest planet of the solar system. First was Jupiter and second is Saturn. It has got a very beautiful set of rings, and these rings are actually made up of stones and the space debris, and they also are the major reasons that the Saturn is spinning. Saturn is also called as Shani. Saturn is called a ringed planet because of this ring. Okay. Our next planet, that is planet number 7, is Uranus. Uranus is the seventh planet in the solar system, and it has a ring system. It is the third largest planet in the solar system. Its rings are not as particular as Saturn, but just a ring system is there. Okay, it is a gas giant. Gas means that it has no surface. Only the set of gases are there. Bundle of gases are moving around in the planet Uranus. Okay, there is no solid surface. Now, Uranus volume is about 63 times greater than that of Earth. Okay, it means that 63 Earths can fit inside the Uranus. And remember, it moves in the opposite direction than most of the planets. And also Uranus takes 84 years to complete an orbit of the Sun. Okay, the longest from all the planets in the solar system. On the planet Uranus, the day is very short. Okay, Uh, the Uranus planet rotates on its axis in just 17 hours. Earth takes 24 hours to make one rotation. Uranus takes only 17 hours to do one rotation. Now coming to the last planet, that is Neptune. Neptune is called as Varun, okay, and it is also called as the windy planet. Why windy? Because so many strong winds are blowing on its surface. Now these last four planets which we talked, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, these four planets are called as the gaseous planets. As I told you that these four are gaseous planets because they are made up of bundle of gases and ice. Right? And now remember that Pluto is not a planet. Why? Pluto is not a planet because you see, unlike other planets, their orbit is clear. No other celestial body is there in their path. But whereas in case of Pluto, look here, in case of Pluto, many space debris, many space rocks are moving around this Pluto, and its passage is not clear. उसका रास्ता clear नहीं है, and that is why Pluto has been named as the dwarf star. So that is why they have excluded Pluto. Pluto is not a part of the planetary system. So there is a little activity for you. This activity is on your book. It's on page number 114. You have to make a planet report. Okay. And we want to see this planet report in your notebooks. Okay. Decorate it properly. And you can use colored pens, etc. Do this activity with pictures and everything. And the teachers would like to check it in your notebooks only. Now let's revise all the things we have done. First, solar system lies in the Milky Way galaxy. Second, Sun and 8 planets form the solar system. We get solar energy from Sun. Sun is a luminous body and planets are not luminous. Planets are spherical in shape, but they move in elliptical orbit. Revolution is the time taken by a planet around Sun, and rotation is the time taken by planet to move on its own axis. Inner planets are called terrestrial planets because their surface is made up of metals and stones. Planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars. And after those comes the asteroid belt. After asteroid belt, there are set of 4 other planets which are Jovian planets or gaseous planets. Their surface is made up of ice and gases, and the planets are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus and Neptune. This is the short form of all the planets we have done. So Mercury, its Hindi name is Budh. It is smallest and the closest planet. It has no moons. Venus, called Shukra, speciality is it is the hottest and brightest planet. It has no moons. Earth or Prithvi is the blue planet. It has got one moon and the name of the moon is Luna. Then Mars. Mars Hindi name is Mangal. It is the red planet. It has got 2 moons, Phobos and Deimos. Jupiter, also called as Brihaspati, it is the largest planet. It has got 61 moons. Saturn or Shani, it is the ringed planet. It is the second largest planet. It has got 62 moons and the major moon is Titan. Uranus, also called as Arun, it is a gas giant. It is the third largest planet and number of moons are 27. And then comes Neptune, this is the last, and its Hindi name is Varun, called as windy planet, and number of moons are 14. Remember, Pluto is not a planet. And with this, we end our today's lesson. And by now you have learned all the important things which were there as a learning outcome. And watch out for this video on the next topic, that is satellites. Thank you and enjoy learning.